the mic still on?
The Frames Per Second podcast. Before we
Shake it out.
get ready to close this thing out, I wanted to talk about the writer strike.
This ain't Frames, ho.
This ain't Frames, though.
I know, but it
came to an end now,
I
right?
did see it on Patreon. Somebody did kind of poll about it, so I wanted to because we're not going to get a chance to talk about it on
Real
Frames.
quick, does this mean like so? Because I remember at one point shows was like coming to a hold or like
All that shit was shut down,
So
bro.
does that mean
They were losing money, bro.
Are we going to get these shows now that the strike is over now?
Well, it's not going to be immediate.
Yeah, they're gonna
Right.
resume.
I'm just
They're
saying,
gonna
like,
resume
eventually. Yeah,
wherever they were at the time of shutdown.
That's my question.
gonna
I'm
pick
sorry,
up.
I didn't phrase.
No,
it
you good,
right.
you good, and you know, I think because I think and I'll just pull it up just for facts, but because the Disney CEO was there, Netflix CEO was there, like shit started to get real, and they started to meet, bro.
I heard they was upset about the deal that they brokered, like the streaming, like they were
Who's
like
they? Who's the they?
The executives or
the
whatever?
executives,
Were
yeah,
mad?
because like I think the writers,
Good
I
for
think,
them,
I think it's a
shit.
fair, I think it's a legit fair deal.
Good for them, good for the writers.
Because
Hell
they were
yeah.
able to get the AI shit out of there and all that other
Yeah,
stuff.
good for them.
Yeah, I'll read real quick what they got because they're really happy about it. I think
The writers are.
158 days. The writers
Good.
are 158 days.
Great.
Because the last time
That's
they
good.
ended the strike, they weren't too pleased with it. They were like, all right, it's something. This time they were like, oh shit,
Hell
we
yeah.
won. We won. Yeah, it's a
bet.
hell yeah.
That's
B.
good. If they yeah.
Yep.
That's
So
what's
this
up.
is what they got. The terms of the agreement is from September 25th of this year through May 1st of 2026. So they got minimum increases. So the NBA minimums will increase by 5% on ratification of the contract, 4% in 24, and 3.5 in 25. Increased health and pension rate. Artificial intelligence, which was a big thing. So this is what they got. AI can't write or rewrite literary material, and AI-generated material would not be considered source material under the NBA, meaning that AI-generated material can't be used to undermine a writer's credit or separated rights. There's some other bullet points here, but it's almost like the example I heard was you can't take like, give me an author.
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah. And say, take all the books, put all the books in there and say, write me a movie or a series that sounds like J.K. Rowling. And then they'll do that, and then bam, you got that. So
Yeah, that was always one of their biggest issues because they were being threatened by the execs. They're like, well, if you want to quit, we'll just go get AI to do what you're doing.
That's why I was surprised to see that because like earlier talks, they were like they are miles away from an agreement. And I knew AI was a big part of that conversation. But once I saw they took that off the table, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Good for them.
They
I'm
got their
glad
money.
yeah.
And, hopefully this is a good thing for all of them, and it's not gonna just affect certain ones. But
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was 3 organizations that went on strike at the same time, right?
the directors and the actors. So I think the actors are still on strike. The
that's what I
directors.
thought. Yeah, right.
Yeah, they settled. Another big one was, of course, they got pay increases, but the streaming thing. So they got residuals on streaming.
Which is crazy that they look at all the shows that's been coming out
Bruh.
since the streaming era started
Bruh.
till now. You
I
say,
know.
oh, now we finally get
Not-
those.
yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know that nigga from Squid Games upset. Like, bruh, I could have had a check.
So yeah, so that's dope. So yeah, man, they won. So I think the UAW still on strike.
Yeah, they
Now.
still on strike.
But yeah, salute to them. I'm glad it's over because it was starting to look rough, bro.
Theaters was looking real shady.
Yeah. It was. I was, because I remember the last time it happened. It took a minute, years. I feel like before TV kind of got back to where it was.
Yeah, I
But
remember
this
that.
strike was longer, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think it
so.
was,
I think it's
yeah.
the longest strike.
Yeah, but maybe they had some stuff in the tuck, but I think they got to settle the actor shit, and then I think they'll be ready to go back to work.
But weren't the actors only striking for the writers?
Yeah, it was like
I think they went on their own separate strike.
Oh, it's totally separate.
Yeah, I think they were like, "Oh shit, well, let's go. We're gonna get something too."
So what are the actors striking over then?
They were talking about AI likeness too.
Oh.
Normal Joe actor trying to get on, they could come on and be like their likeness could be used in the background.
Oh, you know what? I did see that. I did see that. Yep.
But
Okay.
I heard something with the writers said that they stand in solidarity with the actors, so they're not pressing to get everything done just yet.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like them going back to work until the actors get thinking.
I mean, they should, because it seemed like a lot of the writers were standing, or a lot of the actors were
Yeah.
standing with the writers. So it seems like they should, have their back too.
Yeah, there's September 27th, so they're gonna start talks again on a new labor contract. But it's interesting seeing all these organizations go on strike to demand more and better treatment and fair compensation. So it's interesting watching all of this in America. But yeah, so but yeah, I think Kenyon Barris, the guy.
I ain't worried about him getting back.
Well, no, but nah, but
He
hold
can
on.
take more time off as far as I'm concerned.
No, I'm with you. He is
The only
not
thing
good.
Green Light and Black projects.
Give a
like,
fuck. He can take forever off, bro. I'm good.
But nah, it was. But you gotta. But it was him and Noah Hawley. He was the one that wrote. What did he write? Fargo, and an Alien series that's coming out.
I heard about that, so that's finally gonna happen then, I guess.
Aliens?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, yeah. But all the big writers was like, all right, man, this shit's getting out of hand. So they started to kind of press down a little bit, and that's how people started to get back into the writers' room. So yeah, they were like, enough's enough.
Right.
So yeah, that's all said and done. So we'll see where we go from here. So I guess the actor strike is next.